What's up, guys? Today on People Now.
I think whenever you get that kind of closure, that has to just be a little like a sign of relief for you.
Khloé opens up about her sister Kim and how she's really doing since her terrifying robbery in Paris.
Paula Patton accuses her ex Robin Thicke of spanking their son, and the judge in their custody case makes a surprising decision.
Selena Gomez undergoes a major transformation.
Wait until you see it.
We've got Oprah's Eats.
The star is sharing exactly how she keeps off her more than 40-pound weight loss.
And speaking of eating, we are cooking in the kitchen with a Real Housewife and her hunky son.
Jersey star Dolores Catania and her son Frankie are here live with a special sauce. Hello, Facebook Live. There we go. You're looking at a live shot from our kitchen with Real Housewives of New Jersey star Dolores Catania and her son Frankie. They're already getting at it. Look at that. Chopping it all away. We're going to be talking to them, taking your questions. We're going to be cooking with them. All that coming up real soon. Plus, of course, guys, wow, they are so look at that, how intense they are. Really getting at it.
Very focused.
They obviously can't hear me either, or else they maybe would be reacting. Are you feeling spooky for Friday the 13th? We want to know what's your favorite scary movie. Get those comments coming in on Facebook now. We'll be sharing your stories in just a little bit. But first, let's get to what you need to know and what's trending for today, starting with this.
I haven't spoken to my sister because I've been in here, but for me, I think it's so rewarding. I don't care, from the poorest of the poor to the richest of the rich, nobody deserves to take anything to be taken from them. I think that's a disgusting act. And I think whenever you get that kind of closure, that has to just be a little like a sign of relief for you.
That's reality star Khloé Kardashian opening up about news that charges have been filed against 4 suspects in the armed jewelry heist of her sister Kim Kardashian West. In a separate interview on NBC's Today Show, Khloé denied rumors that Kim and Kanye West's marriage was in trouble, saying, "There's rumors. I've been pregnant for, 8 years now. I'm pregnant with triplets at this point. It's like rumor after rumor after rumor. We've just learned not to address them." While promoting her new E! show, Revenge Body, Khloé also talked about Kim's return to the public spotlight. Watch this.
I'm happy that Kim is back. She was working with us, filming. We were always filming, but that she's leaving, and now that she's back kind of doing her thing, I love that for her. And because it makes her happy. We're working type of girls, so it makes us happy to be out and about working, but I also think it was great for her to have all that family time.
And a trailer for the upcoming season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians confirmed that Kim's robbery would be covered on the hit E! show. Here's what Khloé had to say about their decision to include that aspect of their life.
Well, it's also we are damned if we do and we damned if we don't. We are so vulnerable and open up our lives so much already in the past that, interestingly enough, that if we don't show things, fans get really angry. They feel almost like they were that was taken away from them. And so I think for Kim it was maybe therapeutic for her, and it's also something that disgustingly happens to a lot of other people, and we always come from a place of honesty.
Khloé also opening up about her relationship with boyfriend and NBA star Tristan Thompson. Check this out.
We're both really competitive, but in a good way. I'm competitive with my sisters. We're both just really competitive, which is good. And so this past summer we did, what is it? It's a Versa climber class. It's called Rise Nation. It's this new thing. And I loved it, and he introduced me to that, and I absolutely loved it. But of course I was dying, but if he wasn't stopping, I'm I'm not stopping. So, and he said the same thing. He was like, you weren't giving up, so I wasn't giving up. So it's good. We want to push each other.
And coming up in just a little bit, we'll have the latest on Khloé's ex, Lamar Odom, and how he feels about Khloé today. But for now, moving on to this. It's never too late to send out a family pic for the holidays, especially when it's for Throwback Thursday. Celine Dion sharing a rare, adorable photo on Instagram of her family in front of the Christmas tree, and they were all decked out in festive pajamas. She captioned the pic, "Holiday memories, now time to get back to work." The last time Celine shared a family photo was back in December when she took her kids to Disneyland to celebrate her fraternal twins' 6th birthday. And look at them having an absolute blast. 2016, of course, was a tough year for the family of 4. Celine's husband and father of their children, Renee Angelillo, passed away after a long battle with throat cancer. A source telling People that Celine and her kids are holding their own and trying to make the best of what life's giving them. The source went on to add this: she's still grieving, but she's doing everything she can to keep as happy and as healthy as possible. It's all about the kids. Celine took the month of December off to spend time with her children. We're excited to see what the new year brings for Celine and her whole family. Well, guys, there's more trouble between Robin Thicke and Paula Patton. Paula is accusing her ex-husband of abusively spanking their 6-year-old son, Julian, but a judge has denied her request to limit custody. A source close to the situation telling People the judge denied all of Paula's requests for custody. She wanted more custody because of her allegations of physical abuse, which are untrue and unfounded. In legal documents obtained by People, Patton claims she's become concerned about Robin's drinking and drug use, as well as the forms of punishment he is using to discipline Julian over the past year. Patton claims that after Julian showed her how Thicke spanked him, she responded with an ow and added that Julian said it was worse than that, according to the source. Now, the legal documents show the former couple's physical custody agreement gives Thicke overnights with Julian every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The pair's divorce was officially granted last March after a year-long separation. Reps for Thicke and Patton have not responded to a request for comment. Moving on to this. Was there kind of a turning point or a specific moment that you realized, all right, we need to do this? The marriage boot camp thing is a good thing for us?
Yes.
I don't know.
She says yes, you say no.
Yes.
There was a turning
There
point.
was a turning point.
Yikes, Dylan. Well, that's never good if the wifey says that. Amy Duggar King and Dylan King are on the latest season of WeTV's Marriage Boot Camp Reality Stars. It sounds like Amy knows the exact reason they needed to go on that show. Take a look.
I think for me, it was his tone. I love my husband. He's great. However, sometimes he can have a tone. So instead of being like, baby, can you make me a sandwich? He's like, make me a sandwich. And then I'm like, oh, I don't think so.
Okay, right.
I get the whole Mariah Carey thing going. And so I was like, we gotta work this out, you know, because he doesn't realize he has it. And I respond negatively toward it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we gotta work this out.
And so, have you learned to speak with softer tone? What, are you a better man now?
I think the major thing was she didn't know how to explain what the tone was. So we had this whole big barrier of like, I don't hear this tone that you're talking about. She couldn't really explain it. So the boot camp kind of clarified.
Sure.
So yeah, now I think we're doing a lot better.
Our eyes are open.
A lot better.
Now.
Yeah. Good for Amy and Dylan. On Marriage Boot Camp, they got to live in a house with tons of other reality stars you may know of, from the Bachelorette's Amy and JP to Love and Hip Hop stars Prima Donna and Buck. So now that they finished taping, do they all keep in touch? Here's what they had to say.
And the whole girls are in that huge group text.
Yeah.
We have a
They all
group
still
text.
talk. Oh yeah.
We're all in a group text since the moment we left the show. And so we loved Ashley and JP just because they're so loving and they're married.
Yeah.
So we can relate a little bit more to them. But everyone was great. I mean, they all brought all different kinds of personalities.
Well, there's a
and
lot of dynamic in the house.
There's a lot, yeah.
Were there any couples that you clashed with specifically?
Pri and I had a moment.
Yeah.
Renee and I had a moment.
What were these moments about? Was it?
It was just, I think it's just our personalities are different, you know, kind of thing. And so, I mean, they're great. They are great people, but it was just getting to know each other,
Okay.
you know?
So you
Kind
had
of
your
Pri's
moments,
world.
and then the moments were gone, or did the moments continue?
The moments didn't continue.
Okay,
No, we still all text, so it's good.
No, they're all
Good.
on the group
They're
text
all
as well.
in the text
they are.
message as well.
Oh my God, who is the
Yeah.
most, just for the fun of it,
Yeah.
who's the most like vulgar, racy person in the group text? The one that you would not want to show your family?
Probably Renee or Pri.
Renee or Pri?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
Pri.
sounds about right.
Pri is mouthy.
Yeah, okay.
Sassy.
She's got
She's
attitude.
sassy.
She's got attitude.
And then, but you know, Renee's like mob-wise.
Right.
So you don't want to double cross her.
thing is, you get on a show like that, and there's obviously a connection that's made, and it continues throughout it. So
I can't believe Ashley and JP are on there. I don't know.
It is.
I don't know. It's kind of crazy when you see who's on there. We're like, they look like they're doing well. All right, let's check in with Facebook Live. You've been checking this. It's Friday the 13th. So are you guys superstitious? Let us know. Our question of the day is, what's your favorite scary movie?
All right, Jada says Dawn of the Dead is my favorite scary movie. Great one.
Yes.
Watch out for those zombies, everybody.
Lisa says The Shining is my fave, a classic. Here's Johnny.
There it is.
That's a good one.
Kelly says, I was babysitting age when Halloween came out. Scary.
Okay.
Oh, that ought to be like a babysitter.
Oh, yeah. Catherine loves The Exorcist.
Yeah, always scary. But,
I'm getting the chills now.
Yeah, here we are. We're diving in. Is it Halloween? What's going on? Jerry says, I was scared as heck with the Chucky movies. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No, you know what? As a kid, that scared me to death. And then for me, though, Scream was...
For me, it's the Saw movies.
The Saw movies. Oh my God.
Yeah,
like the gore and stuff.
You guys have things to say about our other stories as well. Jess says that Celine Dion seems genuinely happy. Good for her.
Yep. Claire's watching in Australia, where it's nearly midnight. Thanks for staying up late with us.
Yes.
We appreciate that. Go watch a scary movie before you go to bed.
And Vicky's saying Aloha Friday from Hawaii. Woo. We are very jealous of you, Vicky, and your warm weather.
Oh, take me away. Keep those comments and questions coming in. Facebook Live, we love it. We want to hear from you. We'll check back in just a little bit. But first, Andrea, even more trending news.
Yes, I do. Watch this. Well, that's a new promo from the doctors where Lamar Odom admits to Dr. Travis Stork post-rehab that he wants his ex-wife Khloé Kardashian back. The former NBA player recently completed a month-long stint in rehab, and in the new Doctors episode, he opens up about his life post-treatment and his hopes for the future. And although Lamar is optimistic about the exes reuniting, the former couple finalized their divorce this past December. And Khloé Kardashian is now in a serious relationship with Cleveland Cavaliers player Tristan Thompson. She even gushed about her new boyfriend on James Corden's Late Late Show on Wednesday, saying, "It's going good, we use the L word." So what about Lamar's future going forward? Although the athlete no longer appears on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, his days on reality TV are not over. A source previously revealed to People that Lamar has a deal to star in a new reality series about his life and recovery set to air sometime in 2017. And we recently had the doctors, Dr. Travis Stork, in the People Now studios to talk about Lamar's first interview right before he went into rehab. The doctor revealed to us what the most important thing is that Lamar needs to focus on moving on post-rehab. Watch this.
He's doing, by all reports, doing well. But again, during this time, I'm letting him have his privacy. He can tell the world what he wants to tell them and what via Instagram and whatnot. But then we're gonna, once he's out, we'll really delve into what this time in treatment was like. Because the truth is, when you're in treatment, while you're in the midst of treatment, it doesn't mean you're well. It doesn't mean you're there. It doesn't mean that you're at a point where you really want to delve into, well, hey, this is going great, or this, because until you're done, and you're never really done if you're dealing with abuse or addiction, it's something you'll deal with your whole life. But if you don't give 100% of your effort, if Lamar doesn't give 100% of what he has to this, then he's more likely to fail. And so that's really our focus.
When you speak to him again after his recovery, what is the number one question you really want to ask him?
At this stage, we've talked so much, he and I, about the past. I think that the main question I'll press him on this, is what's he going to do going forward? And look, and this involves all elements of his life, because the last thing that he can do is fall back into the trap where he's surrounded by all these people, but he's alone and dealing with demons. And I think that it's important. I'll be very interested to see what he has as his game plan to stay sober going forward, and just to stay healthy emotionally and physically. It's not just about that time you're in treatment. It's about, okay, what am I going to do once I'm out? And so I'm going to focus on that, because I want to challenge Lamar. Okay, it's not done. This is the beginning of your new life. And I think that it's important. And I'm a champion for Lamar. I want him to do well, because he's a good person, and he's got a really good heart. And then you can tell the way he treats others. His mom told him to treat everyone nice, and you can see that's exactly what he does.
All right, guys, here we are. Finally made my way to our kitchen. I'm here with Real Housewives of New Jersey star Dolores Catania and her son Frankie. Big round of applause right in here for everything going on. We're cooking a little Jersey-style sauce to kick off our weekend. You can't really go wrong with pasta for breakfast, right? I mean, to get the carbs in early.
Yeah,
Feels good.
absolutely. Well, that's the way it's supposed to go. So.
Frankie, already getting going here, but before we get to that, if you guys watching on Facebook have any questions or comments for Dolores and Frankie, be sure to send them our way because we are going to be reading those off later live right here on the show. All right, Dolores, Frankie, let's get started. I'm hungry. It already smells good in here, by the way.
Pretty good.
What do we have here? What do we need for the ingredients for this sauce?
Okay, so we have our oil, we have our salt, pepper, onions, bacon, and oregano. Cheese, always, you need cheese.
Gotta have cheese.
Cheese
Yes.
and our tomatoes. It's simple. It's like an 8-minute recipe. It's so good.
Okay, the cans of the sort of crushed tomato here. All
Yeah,
right,
we're good.
Let's get chopping here. What do we?
So
all right,
here we have our garlic. Frankie's doing such a great job chopping that it's like minced. I don't like garlic,
Yeah,
so
she
I
doesn't like garlic.
Okay.
So if we're home or something, she asked me to cut
And see,
it small.
the only thing I'm used to is that we have that little thing you put the garlic in and you squeeze it out. But don't do that.
No,
You want to do
Frankie
it
has
right.
mince, or sometimes because I don't like garlic, I'll use the side of the knife and I crush it
Got it. Okay.
so I can take it out.
Frankie, big cook at home these days, or
Sometimes.
sometimes when you have
Yeah,
Tell them
when
why.
she's gone.
Well, yeah. Why,
I'm not
Frankie?
home. I'm-
You tell us why. Because you're not home.
Because I'm working.
You're like, hey,
We're randomly absent out of nowhere after 18 years.
if you want to
18
eat,
years.
you got to cook yourself. How often are you making this sauce
Well,
at your house?
listen, on Sunday you get up and in an Italian culture you make the sauce on Sunday.
Yeah.
You have to.
All right.
You have your meatballs, you put your meat in, and it takes all day.
Okay.
So whether my kids are eating it or not, I have to make it because that would be like I'd go to bed at night and forget I did something. I'd be
Okay.
like, what did I forget today?
All right. So that's how
we're
it looks
good.
for you guys. Now, I saw on Instagram you were posting some other stuff. You're doing the meatballs, doing some other things.
Oh, my meatballs are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it goes hand in hand, right?
It's from her grandmother. She gets it.
The grandma's secret
Yeah.
recipe.
Yeah.
Are these all going to be passed down to you? Are they already passed down?
Yeah, already passed down.
It's happening.
It's
Kinda
like
just learn it.
it's almost like I don't have to teach him. He's seen me do it so much. It's like a song, you hear it so much, you learn it. But my mom makes about 20 to 25 meatballs on a Sunday. They never make it to the table.
Okay, all right.
Because everyone visits and that's it.
So now we're going to move
now
this
we're
stuff
gonna
over.
move this stuff over, okay.
Let's get. How are we going to transport the garlic? We're going to
We
take
got
it over.
this.
I've got the
We have-
onions.
leave that there.
All right.
We
We'll
have the
take a little more
bacon.
bacon. Let's
We
move
have
on
little-
over. Jake's going to
little
follow us
oil here.
into the hot pan. We've already got a little bacon going, but we'll do the onions here, right? How do you feel about that?
We'll do that. And by the way, always use wooden with metal. I don't
Okay,
like
sure.
to
You don't wanna
scrape
scrape
them.
the pan.
No. And no one listens to me, so I'm gonna put a little more bacon here.
No one's
Nobody
listening.
listens.
I never listen to her.
Frankie doesn't. Okay.
Frankie better listen.
All right.
Because,
So we're putting all that in. Frankie, can you bring over some of that garlic?
Yeah.
Get maybe on the knife or something there. There we go. We'll get a little garlic. We're gonna just
So
toss
what you're
it
gonna
in
do
here.
is you're gonna saute everything together, and there's a great flavor that comes from the bacon.
There we go.
If we were
Nice,
doing a
yeah.
regular meat sauce, I would do like a almost like a meatloaf mixture. You could buy it in the store.
Okay.
Feel.
Okay, so then you let this
Or-
saute. You gotta get it all brown and gotta get it all cooked
You
up.
gotta get it all brown and get it all cooked.
Okay.
This will take the most time.
All right,
there.
so then that's going on. Then Frankie
This is
over here,
going
I hear
on.
you're the pasta expert. We got the boiling water
Well,
ready to go.
unfortunately, Frankie's been eating pasta every day for a year now because that's what he has to make.
That's all I know how to make.
So let's step up here. You got the salt.
Yeah, go
You're
ahead,
gonna
Frank.
douse a little salt in there.
He
Just a
knows
pinch or
what
two.
to
Dolores, is it a pinch or two? How do you eyeball
Just
it
enough
here?
for taste.
All right.
I like
and then
two.
the linguine. Can I help you with this?
Yeah,
Little,
of course.
hold
grab
on,
some.
a little oil.
Listen, I learned
So
something.
it doesn't stick together. This is what.
Oh, the oil helps. Okay.
Now, my grandmother always said, a watched pot never boils,
Do
which
one here.
means, you know what? Don't ever stare at a pot and wait for it to boil. It'll think it's like so long. So
Guys,
you just,
well, step up here too because I
Yes.
want to tell you, I committed a cardinal sin this morning. We were planning for this. I said that I was going to break this in
you
half.
cannot.
No,
That's
it's like disrespect. Yeah.
Disrespect. Someone took a lot of time.
To
Someone
make
took a
this.
lot of time, to make this stuff and put it in the box, so we can't break it in half. So
No,
I'm just
that's
putting
not
it
what
in
Italians
as
do,
is.
Right, you put it in as is.
All right, there we go. So you got to make
It'll
sure that
fit
pot's
fine.
big enough.
And
There we
then-
go.
The water also has some oil in it
Good.
too.
My gosh, the oil on
You
top.
have to stir it so it doesn't stick together. Stir it a little bit, Jeremy. Look, you got this. You're
Okay,
good.
maybe a little sloppy. I don't know.
That's okay.
Careful, it's literally boiling, and we're going to have blisters. All right, so look, we're going to let this go for a bit, and we're going to check
gonna
back
just
in.
keep this.
And yeah,
You
we're going to
just
keep
keep-
it moving.
Keep moving. If you want it to cook a little faster, we'll put this up here.
And
We're
tell
good.
us what you think, guys. We want to hear from you on Facebook Live. Any questions, comments, and we're going to check back in. We're going to finish this up in today's show. So get ready for more of that. But okay, yeah. Here's the big thing. We didn't talk about this. Sauce or gravy?
Sauce.
Sauce.
To me, it's always been sauce.
I've never heard of it.
Gravy
Okay.
is brown and it goes on French fries and it goes on like turkey and meat and stuff. This is
Yeah,
no.
this is
sauce,
okay. Got it.
right?
All right, let's
Step
Yeah.
back over here because some people, we had an argument about this yesterday, whether it was gravy
This has
or not.
been a major argument.
Okay, well, I'm saying sauce too. It makes a lot of sense to me. All right?
I stick to what I say. That's it. I am true to who I am, and it's sauce.
We're going to let this pasta cook for a little bit. We got to move on. We're going to get to some more stuff. Smells so good. Don't go anywhere, guys. And check this out.
Three things. One, I'm a closet binge watcher of Murder, She Wrote.
Are you?
I actually have a t-shirt that says Angela Lansbury is my spirit animal. Is that weird?
No,
Not
I love
everyone?
that. I love
Okay.
you even more now.
And so I've always kind of liked the genre.
Okay.
And I'm a big Angela Lansbury fan, clearly. And I liked this part because she's a female contractor, and so she's a very kind of empowered, modern woman. And so coming from Alaska, where I was raised doing everything for myself, we built fences, we shoot our own horses, we trained our own horses, we worked with cattle. And there weren't these really strong male-female gender roles where I was raised. So I really was excited that she was a character that had that type of job.
Sure.
And then on top of it, she's really a woman who's learning to really trust her intuition. And even when the whole world tells her she's crazy, she's like, no, something feels wrong and I'm gonna follow that. And I just feel like all women can relate to that.
Of course, like that driving force. I hope that that's a teaser that eventually we're going to find out that every Jewel song was somehow inspired by Angela Lansbury. That's what I'm reading into. It's already on the...
You just let it out of the bag.
Oh my gosh.
I knew
secrets
someday
revealed right
somebody
here.
would put it together.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you laid it out for me. What is it broadly? I mean, you had your reasons, but what is it that you think keeps people coming back for these things? Because they're huge hits.
Yeah.
They are kind of like, they're sort of these guilty pleasure type movies, aren't they?
I think people like to be a sleuth. Everybody, like me, likes to sit home and be like, who did it? I'm going to figure it
Sure.
out. I'm going to figure it out before the end. And we're actually going to be like live tweeting clues, and it's fun because now everything's so interactive. It can interact with people as we're watching and drop hints and see who's on it and who isn't. So I think that's really a big appeal. And it'll also be a series of 9 eventuallys movies.
That's what I was going to ask. Reading the tea leaves here, there's a lot of excitement in the trailer. It says something about the first of a first movie in a franchise of movies. So when can we expect the next, and what's the rollout look like? Do we know?
I'm filming the next one in February, so it'll be out in April, I think. I'm doing the next one in June, so there'll be 3 out this year.
Did everyone come along with you for filming? Is it a kid-friendly environment?
Yeah, I got a house. My son's there. He goes to a little forest school, which they
Cool.
all everything's outdoors, and they sit on logs, and I don't know how much they learn. But he really likes it.
They love it. They learn about the outdoors at least.
Yeah, it's like his favorite school.
That's the coolest thing I've ever heard.
It's pretty fun
For a kid.
Yeah.
And here I am in New York, looking at schools and things can we get that here somehow? All right, guys, here we go. Back with Dolores Catania and her son Frankie. We're cooking up some sauce in the kitchen. It is smelling amazing right now. Pasta's almost ready. Cooking up in that pot back there. Brown the garlic, the onions, the bacon. Dolores, what's next for us here?
Well, Frankie's gonna pour the sauce in here.
Okay. Bringing the
Not in
cans
here.
over.
We're gonna mix this. Hold on.
Here we
Hold
go.
on, Frankie.
Okay, so put them in
Hold
that
on one
back
second.
pot there, right?
Excuse me. That gets
Go over.
gets hot. Hold on.
Oh, is it hot? Okay.
Yep. There you go.
So you pour that in, and
Make sure
then
it doesn't splash lower, Frank.
could ruin that shirt.
We don't want to ruin the shirt. I don't want to clean it off the backsplash.
I guess more importantly, it makes a mess all around, which I make a mess
right.
all the time in the kitchen, as we have seen here. All right, so the tomato sauce goes in there.
Tomato sauce, and I usually leave the lid like a little off so it steams it up.
Okay, and then we also put the browned items as well, right? Everything from this.
Yes. Yes, and yes. So we'll shut
this
this off.
dish. Here we
Now,
go.
Frankie,
Yes.
you ready?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I love
Here
the
you go,
mother-son
Frankie.
working together
I know,
here.
of course.
See, I'm not home anymore.
Frankie's like,
Frankie's
"Mom,
gotta
where's
learn.
this been?"
You got this, Frankie.
Okay, Frankie, let's pour it all in carefully. Here he goes.
Good job, Frank.
All right, take a look.
Good job,
Frankie's
okay.
saying, Facebook is saying, Frankie, don't spill on your shirt. People are very concerned about you, my friend, which is good. And then what? We mix it
Yeah,
in here,
mix
it all
it
up.
up.
Okay, and then we let that just sit in there for a while.
Let it simmer.
Till it kind of boils a little, or what? What do
Frankie,
we?
your pasta's getting sticky. You gotta. Here you go.
Here's the
You
thing,
got this.
Dolores. As we let that continue to cook, it's interesting because you stay very fit. You own your own gyms.
I do. Yeah.
How do you make way for meals like this? How does that play into your plan and staying fit and looking good?
Well, it doesn't play into. It's not a healthy.
Okay.
I mean, It's so good. So this is once a week. Like, you have to give yourself a cheat day. You
Okay.
cannot always be on top. A lot of times I'll grill. I'll have grilled chicken in the refrigerator for him. But again, Frankie's been really feeding himself. Now he comes home from the gym. He's like, Mom, I just worked out. I need my carbs. I need my carbs. Within 20 minutes, I need my carbs.
All right.
Explain that to
Yeah,
me.
that's what I was going to say. You obviously hit the gym quite often. We know that anyone that follows your Instagram, producer Ali, a particular fan of all that, knows that you hit the gym quite often. The carbs work into it, but you obviously have to take this easy too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what I do is I try to do 5 meals a day, especially during like a bulking season.
Okay.
I want to do 3 meals, protein and carbs, and then 2 meals just protein.
Okay, all right.
So
And there's
a meal like this is
amount
great.
of time when you get home. I hear, Mom,
Yeah,
where's my pasta, Mom?
Your window.
By the way,
Your
lots of
window.
fans of you on Facebook Live right now. Hi from Jolie. Hi to Jolie from you.
Hello,
Or
Jolie.
can you say hi to Jolie?
Hey, Julie, how are you?
We are just making connections happen. My goodness.
everybody.
Listen, here's something else I want to bring up. We talk about this every time your mother comes in, and the fans that respond about the show always talk about, let's just be honest, how hot your mom is. In your circle of friends, is this something you have to deal with? Do you have to like
don't
keep
think
the
I'm
guys
hot.
at bay and like, listen, it's my mom you're talking about?
Absolutely. I mean, like growing up, I've gotten it all the time.
Yeah.
No matter what, it's been all the time. And ever since the show came out, it just got so much. I don't
You
care.
just get
I
through
see,
it. It's
and
how-
I gotta let
Grinning
it
from
go.
ear to ear, couldn't be happier about it. No problem
I mean,
with that.
I don't see that, but like anybody that I've ever dated knows the way to my heart is through Frankie.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And so Frankie has benefited so much from all of this.
That's
Frankie,
okay, too.
like,
I mean,
tell the truth.
We've gone places before. I remember when I was little, and like she was so pretty. People just give us stuff for free. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, that's not true.
There you go. Well, besides working out, Dolores, you have other passions
It's all about
as well.
smile. It's all about engaging. It's about your energy and being approachable.
And she's nice to everybody.
And
Nicest woman you'll
your
meet.
other passions, and we have a video to show just how passionate you are. Let's take a quick look at this.
I'm gonna bring you to a nice home. But you have to calm down. Sit. Oh, God.
You're a good dog.
Love your passion for the dogs, love your passion for the food, all good stuff. Guys, if you're just joining us, we want to catch you up on everything we're doing. We're making this amazing sauce, spaghetti sauce. Here are the ingredients: onions, garlic, bacon, salt, pepper, oregano, 1 pound of dry pasta, 2 cans of crushed tomatoes, olive oil, grated cheese. The one and only Dolores Catania and son Frankie joining us here and bringing it all. And I'll tell you, it's smelling so good. We are very close. Our sauce, our pasta, almost ready. We are going to keep those questions and comments coming on Facebook Live. But until we are ready here, Andrea, we'll toss right back to you, and we'll be back here to eat it in just a sec.
Well, thank you, Jeremy. That sauce does look very yummy. Cannot wait to try it. In the meantime, though, I have something else that's just as yummy, if I do say so myself. Some Liam Hemsworth, of course. Yes, it's the Aussie star's 27th birthday, so we wanted to wish him a very happy one. Check this out.
What goes through your mind? What do these pants symbolize to you?
Something I never want to wear again.
Yeah.
For me, these actually I found in the basement after I thought I got rid of everything. These aren't even my biggest pants.
Oh my
these
God.
just survived the purge about 2 years ago.
That is mom of two, Joanne, and singer Lindita, showing off their major weight loss. Really a great accomplishment.
Yeah, they look amazing. Well, both women are featured in this year's Half Their Size special. And here to talk about the issue is People staff writer Catherine Cast. Welcome, Catherine. How are you?
Hello.
Good to have you.
Hi again.
Yes, thanks for
being
joining
here.
us. So Catherine interviewed all of the women featured in the Half Their Size special. So Facebook Live, we want to hear your comments, want your questions, and Catherine will answer them for you.
Yes.
All right, let's jump right in, Catherine. You and I, of course, sat down with those ladies, Joanne and Lindita, yesterday. They were both so inspiring, but let's talk about Joanne first. What inspired you about her and her story?
Well, Joanne is very interesting because she's almost 50 years old and has lost 133 pounds.
Yeah.
She's just evidence that it's never too late to make a major lifestyle change, but also she gained and lost more than 100 pounds twice before this.
It's really incredible, and she's a mother. She has, you know, so much that she's been through, and that she continues to sort of, as you said, make those decisions. Never too late. Let's move on to Lindita. She shared this moving advice when we talked to her yesterday. Let's take a look.
I love this. Okay.
I had to get comfortable in my body first to start to love my body, and for it to respond and love me back. Because when I was pushing myself and forcing myself to lose weight, I wasn't really doing it. I just had to get my mindset right.
And Lindita's actually watching right now
Hi,
on
Lindita.
Facebook Live. Give a shout out to the viewers. So hello.
Yeah, great advice from her. Tell us more about Lindita's story.
Lindita, well, first of all, when she walks in the room, you're just captivated by her. And actually that makes sense because she's a performer. She was actually on American Idol and is a superstar singer in Albania, but she is an Albanian from Kosovo. So she actually grew up during the war in Kosovo and says that her parents and she and her family, they were refugees.
Wow.
So they often didn't know when they would have their next meal. By the time the war ended, she just ate uncontrollably to make up for all of those times that she couldn't. And if you look at where she is today, I mean, she was 250 pounds when she was 18. And now she's 27 and she's lost 130 pounds.
Yeah,
She looks amazing.
so great.
Yeah.
Well, Catherine, people are weighing in on Facebook.
Oh, cool.
I'm definitely impressed by these ladies. You know, they said, love you, Lindita. You are the best. She looks fabulous. I think that's really amazing.
Yeah.
What's really incredible as you talk to these women, and you and I have spoken with a few of them throughout this past week, that they are incredible. They are incredibly grateful that they are becoming role models for other people, right?
Yes.
And for some of them, really a new fit for them, isn't it?
Yeah,
To kind of be a role model and in that position.
Right, and again, Lindita has been in the public eye before, but Joanne, she lives in Allentown, Pennsylvania. She's a real estate agent, and she says, you know, sharing her story this way has just, she says, I feel like I'm living somebody else's life. But she is just so inspirational, and I love that she, you know, this is her first kind of big time sharing her story.
That's great.
And now, Catherine, people are wondering how they can get in the Half Their Size issue.
Oh, awesome. We take submissions all year round. We actually have another weight loss special issue coming up this summer for people who have lost 100 pounds or more. If you email halftheirsize@peoplemag.com, we check the submissions every day. So we will definitely get back to you. Send us your stories.
Well, good stuff. Catherine Cast, thank you for getting up early with us,
Oh,
joining us
yay.
here. And
Yeah.
guys, pick up the latest issue of People. It's on newsstands now.
Go get
Features
it.
A ton of inspiring people that lost half their size. It also features, of course, the one and only Oprah Winfrey, who talks about losing 42 pounds and what she eats in a day to stay healthy. Watch this.
It's that time again. The stars are on the move, and we're following them in today's edition of Star Treks. So new year, new do, new Selena. Yes, Selena Gomez is rocking a new short hairdo while working on a secret project of some sort. Now, we don't know exactly what it is, but Selena's glam squad seems pretty stoked about it. Her makeup artist, nail guru, as well as the star's stylist all posted this sizzling shot of the Hands to Myself singer, writing hashtag secret project in the caption. So maybe it's her new major campaign with Coach or upcoming gig with Louis Vuitton. We're not entirely sure, but certainly cannot wait to find out. Now, the new do photo isn't the only thing setting the internet ablaze lately. Photographer Mert Alice posted a steamy shot of the pop singer in only a half-open towel and nude thong on Thursday. However, Mert quickly deleted the photo late last night after fans were quick to point out the hypocrisy of the image. Since Selena, who made headlines for her powerful acceptance speech at the American Music Awards, is a strong advocate of internal beauty. In the speech, Selena said, quote, "I don't want to see your bodies on Instagram. I want to see what's in here." Of course, these photos come just a few short days after the star was spotted cozying up to R&B singer The Weeknd. So it looks like 2017 is shaping up to be a jam-packed year for the singer. And as for the haters, well, Selena, I say, kill 'em with kindness. See, that's one of her songs. All right, moving on. Got some cheers there. All right, moving on to some movie news. The always lovely Zoe Saldana stars in the new Prohibition-era film Live by Night, which hits theaters nationwide today. So to honor Zoe, as well as the new movie release, we put together a little Fashion Friday of the star's best red carpet looks throughout the years. Nothing like a little red carpet to kick off the weekend, right? Check it out.
Here we all are, back, one big happy Italian-ish family. Dolores Catania and her son Frankie. Andrea also here this time for the good stuff.
Yes, finally. I was very excited. I was in the other studio, so I'm glad that I'm finally here and I get to try
almost
it.
ready to try this sauce. Frankie, you want to grab it? He's going to bring it over to the table. It's getting ready. The pasta is out. But before we get to all this, we want to kind of dive into a little, talk a little Jersey Housewives, okay?
Oh, go ahead.
Is there a particular...
I have to multitask though.
Okay, we'll see if we can do it.
You know, it's time to eat. You gotta eat.
Is there a particular housewife that on your show that's the best cook, for sure?
There is no best cook.
No best cook, okay.
No, we're all Italian. Well, I'm going to exclude Siggy from that because Siggy is not a cook. She'll be the first to say, I don't cook.
But you know what that means to me? She's the best cook, and she's too humble to say it, and I'm just going to give you that.
I believe that you're one of the best cooks.
Frankie.
I want to know, Frankie, what do you think about the fellow housewives? Like watching your mom and everything.
I mean, I think it's pretty cool. And they've been like my aunts my whole life. Like, I've known all of them so long. So you hear everything going on. She's happy sometimes, but like, whenever they're fighting, it's very upsetting. She gets very upset.
How do you think she handles the drama that sometimes happens?
Very well.
Very well?
Yeah, she handles it like she handles everything else in her life.
And can you say who's the best cook?
My mother.
Of course. Okay, that's right. You better say
trouble.
that. She's sort of the peacemaker on the show. Is that funny to you, or does that fit?
Very funny.
Yeah.
Frankie thinks he calls me, he's like, when I yell, because I am loud, he doesn't like the way I speak to him. He doesn't like my tone sometimes, so we've had some issues with that. But I said, I'm not changing, so I've always been like this. But
Is she who she is? That's great.
Yeah. Now, are you close?
I am who I am.
Are you close with any of the other housewives' kids?
Yeah, I'm very close with really everybody, like Siggy's kids, Teresa's kids, especially Chris and Albie, Caroline's sons. I've been friends with them my whole life.
Man,
They're like brothers.
Can you please
And
invite us to a night out with you and the kids? We want to get the real dish.
Oh, that's fun.
That would be a dream
All right,
come true,
it really would be,
actually.
wouldn't it? All right, I think it's time to stop talking and try this puppy. Dolores, what's the Italian way of saying let's eat? What do we say?
Mangiare.
Okay, there we go. So how do we do this? Can we pour the sauce on?
It means eat everything.
Okay,
So,
Andrea, here's your plate.
Here you go.
I'll take a plate. Frankie's
you got this?
dish up the sauce.
Depends how much you guys want.
Everybody
Good amount, healthy
Some
amount.
people like.
Yeah, what is your thought, Dolores, on how much sauce is good? Does it?
Well, this is the thing. Everybody is different. Some people like a lot. Some people like a little bit, and you know, so that's why.
so
And I always have such an
excited.
array of different
Smells really good.
people at my house.
Yeah.
Like I could have the Rutgers football team. I could have 10 kids under 10 years old. My nieces and nephews. So. Some people like pasta with butter, so I cook 3 pounds of pasta on a Sunday, and I know the kids are coming in and out all day long.
So it's good to go. I didn't pass out the spoons. So you guys have to. I can't do the swirl the right way.
You don't swirl like
Yeah,
that?
how do you, what's the, I mean,
You want to mix it in a little bit first?
Well, here we go.
Can we bon appetit
So
it here?
you know that
You have to
you
do
know
the
how to do
swirl
this.
thing?
Jeremy.
No, I know
don't
how
have
to do it, but I just want to
teach
see
you.
you do it. I'm teeing you up here.
Yeah.
or do you,
Let's see
eat
it.
it? Or do you have to twirl it?
Ready for it? Guys, I'm sorry. I know you're watching. It's breakfast, or for some of you around the world, it's dinner. So maybe this is perfect. But let's take a little taste, see what we
All
think.
right.
Listen,
I don't know if
I
can
love
eat
my
this very
pasta. I can eat
gracefully.
pasta every day. I think I ate it every day growing up.
That is amazing.
That is so good.
Facebook Live responding as well. People wanting to know, is it yummy? I can say that it definitely is. What do you
so
think?
good.
Yeah.
Very,
even,
very good.
Even the way we made it here in this kind
Yeah.
of run and gun kind of way. Man, that is really,
very,
really
very
good.
good.
Very tasty. Thank you guys so much
Yes,
for joining
thank
us.
you.
If you're watching and feeling really hungry, guys,
Who told you how to eat like that?
I don't have a spoon.
we are as well. We're going to enjoy this. Let's get to the Facebook comments here.
Yeah, Caitlin says Frankie is making Caitlin swoon.
Is making you, no, Caitlin said Frankie's making you swoon, I think is what that was.
No, that's not what
It
she
said
said.
Frankie is making you swoon, not her. And
No,
her,
no, no.
Okay.
I'm not swooning.
Frankie, wow, so hot.
Jessica also says about Frankie, wow, so hot, yes.
Sharon says love Dolores.
There we go.
Yeah.
Come on, get in
today.
here.
Thank you so much.
Lorna loves that you add more bacon to your sauce, and that is actually, I can taste it there. That's a nice
I
additional
like more
taste.
flavor, and you know, when I'm gonna eat pasta, I'm gonna eat it right. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be worried about the calories. I'm not worried about this. It's time to eat. You know?
Donna says sauce is red, gravy is brown.
That's exactly
Yes.
right. We were debating
Donna,
that. So
I
thank you,
agree.
Donna. Our executive producer Jenny though was saying like, it's gravy or whatever. I don't know. Come on, Jenny. Come on, guys.
Big debate.
Cindy says kudos to Dolores for doing what she does for animals. We saw the tape earlier. Yeah,
It's
a lot of
work.
rescues.
You know, it's a lot of work. So I appreciate. Also says those dogs melt my heart.
Yeah, Jessica.
They're in a very, very good place now. So I just want everyone to know that they
Yeah.
are in amazing homes.
All right.
Yeah.
Melissa talks about your meatballs, Dolores, saying, I need a good meatball recipe. Next time, I think you're going to have to come back and do the meatball
I
recipe.
would love
Bring
to.
Nan
My
with us.
meatballs are good.
Yeah.
Like really.
Frankie,
good.
how the meatballs size up to the spaghetti and the sauce? Yeah, pretty good. All right, let's check in.
Yeah, let's check in with your answers to our Facebook question of the day. It's Friday the 13th. What is your favorite horror movie? We asked you guys, and you guys gave us your answer. Amy says prom night was scary and sad. The old one, prom night with Jamie Lee Curtis.
There you go.
Yes.
Back to the OG. Virginia says it was then, it is now, and will always be the original John Carpenter film, Halloween. Yep. Freaks everyone out.
Anne Marie says, when I was younger, I watched Psycho, and when the shower scene happened, my brother jumped up on my bed with a scary mask and scared the heck out of me.
Oh my God.
I'd be so mad if that
Particularly
happened.
cruel. Natalie says Halloween is the scariest movie to me. It scared me as a teenager, I guess because it was more realistic. Now I'm a paranormal investigator? What?
Wow,
I love getting scared. I guess you're asking for it at that point.
She's got a lot of guts.
Sarah says, my daughter said they watched Psycho the other night and that it was tame. I was a teen when that movie came out and I found it terrifying.
There's a difference now. It's generational, I think.
It kind of is,
from
isn't
what
it?
was scary to us. Carrie was scary to me.
Yeah, Frankie, scariest movie.
I'm not allowed to watch scary movies.
You
when
stay
I was
away from
little,
them?
So
Yeah.
I never watched them then.
No, because
Really?
then Frankie wants to sleep with me. Well, it's he wants to come in my bed.
Lativa said, OMG, even Ronald McDonald scares me. I think that's hilarious. Are you guys superstitious at all? Friday the 13th? I hear in Italy or
In
Italian
Italy,
culture,
it's good luck.
Good luck, right?
So it's fine with me. I go with the better. I'm a more positive thing. So
All right,
yeah.
Optimist.
Let's stay positive, guys.
Yes.
This has been a lot of fun.
Positive.
Guys,
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
It's
Thank
really
you.
good to see you guys. Of course, check out the Real Housewives and all the greatness that goes on. Follow these guys on Twitter and Instagram and everything else. Coming up next week, it's 90s boy band mania. We really can't get enough of it. We're getting in sync with Lance Bass in a fun game. Plus, Nick Lachey's here dishing on his new boy band TV show that he's making with Donnie Wahlberg.
That looks like it's going to be
Sounds
really
fun.
good. Well, thanks for watching. And for now, we leave you with a video diary from Christina Jordan. She's in this year's Half Their Size issue because she lost over 130 pounds. So check out how she did it, and we will see you on Monday. Have a nice weekend.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Christina Jordan here, and I'm so excited because today you get to go with me to find out how I lost the weight, but also how I keep it off. When I first started losing weight, I didn't start out working out like crazy. I didn't start out running. I started out walking, and I went at my pace. So that's the first tip, is you gotta start out at your pace. Woo, this is hard. So the biggest thing to weight loss and keeping it off is you gotta keep trying new things and you gotta flip it up. So let's go.
Losing half my body weight, half my size, it wasn't easy. It was really, really, really hard. This is a choice you make, and I've made this choice. I'm never going back. If I can do it, you can do it too.
Hey YouTube! Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment if you enjoyed it. And for more people now, click on the subscribe button down here.
And check out more great video right now by clicking on one of these links.